the kids that are going to be playing their first ever game, national television, brand new dome, because between the right guard and right tackle, there's like 20 snaps between those two kids next to you.
Yeah, and the biggest thing from being experienced and being a leader on the offense is you kind of got to know what those guys are struggling with. You know, if they're a little bit nervous about the environment or just the fact that they're playing, you know, they're starting their first SEC game or first college game. And I went through the same thing, you know, and it kind of, you just got to take a step back and realize what you're doing, and that it is amazing that you're playing in this big dome, and it kind of resembles the Bristol game last year. You know, just take a quick second to take it all in, but then you got to get laser focused and just kind of block out all the white noise there. So for those guys, you know, like I said earlier, I trust every person that's gonna be out on that field, and you know, us as seniors, not just me, but every senior on both sides of the ball is going to do everything that we can to make sure that they're, you know, not overwhelmed by anything. So I don't think that'll be a problem, but we're definitely going to be there if it is.
How prepared is Trey Smith for this challenge of starting his first game, and at what point did you know that he was that type of guy who might be an immediate starter?
Probably the first time I saw Trey, I knew that he would be, you know, contending for a starting spot, just because you look at him and he's everything you want in an offensive lineman. Big, strong, smart, athletic, tough, you know, and then in practice, just seeing him come out every single day. And last week, we were doing one-on-one pass rush, and he kind of stoned one of the D linemen with one hand, and was almost, I'm not sure, but it looked like he was looking at us, just kind of like taunting the defensive line. So, you know, to see a freshman do that and just know that he's going to be there, he's going to get his job done. And yeah, there's some things that he can improve, and that goes for every player on our team, but he's definitely going to be one of the more mature freshmen out there on the field for any team in all of college football, I think. So we're excited to see how he translates everything that we've seen in the weight room and practice field onto the game field.
What does Georgia Tech do with their front seven? How are they different from other teams you've faced, or how are they similar?
They're really not a complex team when it comes to, you know, structure of their defense. They got some good players on the edge of the defensive line. You know, their defensive ends are good. They've got good players all around. They're a real solid football team, but I think their strength is there in their defensive ends, and then also their secondary. You know, we've been studying hard. I know I've been studying hard personally, just trying to, you know, get every edge that I can going into this game. You know, they don't give up many big plays. They're kind of a bend don't break team. You know, they're trying to wait and pounce on our mistakes. So as long as we're sure, you know, we sure up our execution and get everything to where it needs to be, you know, this is going to be a great game, and you know, I think we're going to come out on top.
How excited are you for this opportunity for Coach Scott, and what are the meeting rooms like with him this year as opposed to previous years?
Yeah, it's an exciting time for him. You know, he's taken on a brand new role that he didn't last year, and he's handled it, you know, from, I guess, you know, he's my coach, but I can say that, you know, everything that I've seen from him, he's doing a great job. Again, he loves the game. He loves what he does, and he's going to put, you know, every ounce of effort and time that he has into this. And we all see that from, you know, the offensive side of the ball, defensive side of the ball, even the specialists. You know, they know that Coach Scott is a very passionate guy and that he wants the best for all of us. So, you know, I'm excited for him to be, you know, calling the plays on the game and doing what he wants to do and what he's passionate about.
Keith, regarding that play call, do you have a sense from the scrimmages and the practices how, generally speaking, how he might approach that?
Yeah. You know, we always talk about knowing the intentions of your play caller, and I think, you know, that personally a lot of guys do understand like what he wants to do, and you know, I'm obviously not going to tell you guys that, but no, he's a great coach in terms of the play calls and setting up stuff and knowing when, you know, just to downhill run the ball and you know when to drop back and pass. So I have the utmost faith in everything that he's going to call. And again, you know, he can call whatever he wants to. We got to go out there and execute it. So it's on us. If we don't do that, then it doesn't matter what plays he calls, and we're ready to do that.
I know there were times in camp, I know when so many balls were hitting the ground for your taste and all that, and Butch has mentioned there the need for more playmakers to emerge. Now at the end of camp and get ready for the season, how How far has the passing game come along, and do you feel like playmakers have emerged, and you guys feel good about that aspect of the offense?
Yeah, I do. I think beginning of camp, when our routes on air, we had too many balls on the ground, and that's just something that can't happen. There's no defenders. It's all timing, concentration, focus, and they kind of implemented a little repercussion system for that. So we definitely improved from every time we dropped the ball, we had to run after practice, and people didn't like that. So that just gave us a little sense of urgency, and we understand as players that we have to make every single play in order to be great. So I definitely think that we've got some playmakers all around the field.
Ethan,
One more question.
Coach Wells and Coach Scott have talked so much about the physicality, trying to get it to another level, firing off the ball. How much of an improvement do you guys think you've made working alongside those guys with that physicality on offense?
Yeah, and that's another place that I think we've improved all across the board. And that was, they did talk about that in several meetings, and I think you can, they always say you can never be too physical. They'd rather say woe than sick 'em. So for us to go out there and have this improvement that we made upon our physicality, it can't do anything but help. And I think that definitely in the tight end room and offensive line and all across the board with those two in particular, that we're going to go in each day and practice, whether it's the first week of camp or week 7. We're going to continue to try and improve our physicality, and that's hopefully something that'll just continue to grow and grow and grow. But I'm definitely happy with where we're at right now with our physicality.
All right, thanks, guys.
Yep. No problem.